Man, I told you guys this offseason was going to be all Dolphins. I wasn't kidding. What is up, Fin fans? If you can tell by the title, ton of Dolphin news happened yesterday and today. Just got home from work, got changed, sat down, set the camera up, got all my stuff ready, got my notes ready, got everything ready to give you guys the news. Now, the Super Bowl is being played in Miami. What they do is they do the press week before the Super Bowl. They sit down, they talk to the 49ers, the Chiefs, they talk to everyone, but it just so happens that they're in Miami. So they're also going to be talking about the Dolphins. But I didn't think they'd be talking about the Dolphins this much. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. So I got a lot of things to cover. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 things to cover. But before I jump into the news, we got it. Today's a fact. It's Friday. Today's a fact. And here's the fact for today. The Dolphins reached the Super Bowl for the first time in only their second season in the NFL. 1971. The team began to play in the AFL in 1966. And if you guys know, there was the NFL and the AFL, then they merged to become the NFL. And then joined the post-merge NFL in the 1970s. So in 1970, joined the NFL, 1971, Super Bowl. Team's great. So let's jump right into it, and let's talk about the thing that broke probably about 20, 30 minutes ago, is that there was this rumor coming out of Miami that the Miami Dolphins owner, Stephen Ross, is going to sell the team. No. He came out and he's told the reporter, I have no interest in selling the team. Zero. Got it? People can write what they want to write. I'm going to own the team until I die. And that probably upsets a few people because I know, especially reading some of the comments, some of you guys don't like Stephen Ross. Some of you guys think the reason the Dolphins have been so bad for so long is because of Stephen Ross and want Stephen Ross gone. But from what I'm hearing and what this is saying, Stephen Ross isn't going anywhere. So for all the people that hope and pray that he's going, apparently he's going to coach own the team until he dies. Will that actually happen? No. Do I honestly think he's going to own the team till he dies? No. I think at some point he will sell the team, but probably not within the next 5 years. That's my guess. Let's jump into the next thing. Preston Williams. I talked about this quickly at the end of my last video, which was the running backs position breakdown video. Preston Williams says he's ahead of schedule. This is exactly what Preston Williams said at the presser. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Again, they're in Miami, so everyone's talking. Sam Madison's there as well. He says, right now, I'm almost 2 months after the injury, really solid, just working every day. I have no definite time on when I'll return, but I can tell you for a fact I'm better than I am 2 months ago. Health-wise, I'm feeling pretty good, high spirits, ready to get back to work. So that's what I'm hearing. He's a little bit ahead of schedule, which is good. Hopefully he'll be ready for training camp. I don't think he'll really do anything for OTAs. I don't think he'll do anything for minicamp. I think it'll be more of just picking up Chan Gailey's offense. But honestly, it's good to hear he's in good spirits. Him and Devontae Parker together, staying healthy, doing their thing. It can be really dangerous. We just need a speedy slot receiver to spread that defense and take it over the top. And I think this offense will be really, really good. So it's really great to hear Preston Williams is ahead of schedule and Preston Williams is in good spirits and doing well. The next thing I want to talk about, told you, it's a lot of news. It's a lot of news. Super Bowl's in Miami. Everyone's talking to Miami Dolphins. The other thing I want to talk about, Tom Brady. Tom Brady posted this picture and everyone lost their marbles, thinking, he's leaving Foxborough. He's not going to be a Patriot anymore, blah, blah, blah. And I posted, bye. Bye. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't think he's leaving New England. If he does leave New England, I don't think he's going to Miami. I really, really, really don't think he's going to Miami. And I will bet you any amount of money that he won't end up in Miami. And this is why. Right? A lot of people will say, that doesn't make sense, Doug, though. He's got Super Bowl rings. Look at his stats. Look what he's done. Look at this. And they keep talking in the past. This is a 42-year-old quarterback. Past his prime. He ain't the same Tom Brady he was 5, 6 years ago. It's not the same Tom Brady. It makes zero sense for the Miami Dolphins to even think of bringing Tom Brady in. The reason the Miami Dolphins were stuck in mediocrity for so long is they would take players and they would sign them to ridiculous contracts when they were past their prime. That is the definition of bringing in Tom Brady. We're going to sign Tom Brady to a $15 million contract. He's going to help us win a Super Bowl or get us to the playoffs. No, he's not. He's not that good anymore. He's not the same Tom Brady, people. Come on. They're not doing that anymore. They're not going to oversign for old vets that are flash in the pan. It ain't happening. So with the whole Tom Brady thing, this is the last time I'm talking about it. This is the last time I'm mentioning it on Twitter. This is the last time I'm doing anything about it. No. Big, fat, ugly, hippopotamus looking no. Stop it. And the other reason why it's a big, fat, ugly hippopotamus no is because of the other news that came out yesterday. It was yesterday. The other news came out. Ryan Fitzpatrick is coming back. Ian Rappaport said, I ran into Dolphins quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick last night, and if there was any doubt about him playing in 2020, there isn't now. Fitz confirmed he is playing, and with the Dolphins being very open about wanting him to play for them, expect that to happen. And the Dolphins have him under contract, $4 million guaranteed, $8 million for this upcoming season. He's going to be a Dolphin unless they cut him, but then why are you going to pay $4 million for him not to at least be on the field or mentor somebody? So he's going to be a Dolphin next year. So it makes no sense to have a 37-year-old Ryan Fitzpatrick, $4 million, full contract, $8 million on the team, and then bring in Tom Brady. Makes zero sense. None. Let's stop talking about it. This is it. Done. Put the bed to rest. Good night. Night, night. Sleep tight. Sleep with your butthole tight. So that is most of the news. Then, like I told you guys, this is smokescreen season. This is the time of the year where agents, where teams, where everyone starts throwing things out there and hoping it sticks and hoping somebody picks up on it and says, ooh, look at this. And then all of a sudden people start talking and people, like I'm saying, Tom Brady to Miami, Ross selling the team, this and that and blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden chatter starts to happen. Like Joe Burrow came out and said he wants to play for a team that wants to fight for a championship. That's every team. Every team. All 32 teams want to fight for a championship. All 32 teams want to win the Super Bowl. It's a stupid thing to say. But a lot of people are taking that and going, oh, maybe he doesn't want to go to the Bengals. Maybe he doesn't want to go to the... No, that's not what he said. Stop it. If you're doing it, stop it. So there's that. And then there's this. Now, I can tell a lot of you guys are going to be like, I don't care, Doug. I get it. But if it's Dolphin news, I'm going to talk about it. And then I'm going to talk about how I feel about it and debunk it or deflunk it. I don't know what I'm saying. So this involves Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tag Your It Vailoa. I don't care. This involves Tua. I already could tell. A lot of people are going to start commenting below. I don't care, Doug. Cool. Then don't waste your time saying I don't care, because if you didn't care, you wouldn't comment it. So Tua, there's a lot of news, especially yesterday that came out about Tua connected to the Miami Dolphins. A lot of news. First off, he's there. And his family. Tua wants to get drafted to the Dolphins, ? Andy Slater says, early Thursday on Radio Now, Fox Sports 640 producer, whatever, told Tua's dad he hopes his son gets taken by Miami. Tua's dad says, so do we. When was the last time you heard that? Eli Manning. Just boot the crap out of my mic. And then also, his agent comes out. Now, again, I tell you guys that this is smokescreen season. So his agent's going to come out and say whatever he can to get his client better positioned. So his agent came out talking with Steinberg, asked his client, and if he wants to go number one in the upcoming NFL draft. You want to make sure that your client ends up with a good organization. I'm hoping Cincinnati falls in love with Joe Burrow. Everyone is making this out to be that Tua wants to go to Miami. And then somebody on Instagram, he was doing an interview and said, the Dolphins' next quarterback, and he put it on his story. There's a lot of stuff going out about Tua to Miami. All right? A lot of stuff. His family's here, all this stuff. His agent apparently wants him to go here. All this stuff. And I will say this. Don't believe it. Plain and simple. I was tweeting out about it constantly. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Yes, Will his agent talk up the Dolphins and saying he wants him to go to the Dolphins and he wants to go to the Dolphins and his father wants him to go to the Dolphins? Yes, because then someone will trade ahead of the Dolphins to try to get him. You got to understand this too. Say the Chargers want him. The Chargers are going to trade up with the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions get the phone call. Hey, we're the Chargers. How are you? And they're like, cool. Why do you say it like that? And then say, we'll give you this year's first, next year's first, and the year after's first for your pick. We want Tua Tagovailoa. We want him. Cool. Let me call you back. Boop. Pick up. Hey, Miami, we heard rumors throughout all offseason. You want Tua. Well, guess what? Chargers just gave us an offer. They're going to take him. Can you match it? That's what happens in the draft. Nothing happens behind closed doors. Nothing happens sneakily where all of a sudden someone's like, hey, we're going to trade you this pick and don't tell anybody. We're going to surprise the world. No, because they want to get better picks for it. So essentially, the agent saying Tua wants to go to Miami, his family saying Tua wants to go to Miami is essentially trying to help him get drafted before 5. Plain simple. Scaring other teams to trade up to get him. Maybe the Raiders. Maybe the Chargers. There's a ton of teams that need a quarterback to trade up. But there's also a ton of teams that might like Justin Herbert and stay pat. Love. There's a lot that's going on. So I'm reporting the news. I'm talking about the fact that there's this love fest going on between Tua and Miami. There's a love fest between his family and Miami. Don't get me wrong. They're Hawaiian. Of course they're going to want to live in Miami. It's not exactly the same, but it's a similar type of atmosphere. So of course that's the thing, but also so is LA. So when it comes to the whole Tua situation, when it comes to Tua going to Miami, when it comes to all that stuff, take it with a grain of sand. Grain of salt, a grain of sugar on Mount Vesuvius. I don't know what I'm saying. All I'm saying is don't believe it. You know when you should believe it? When, with the 5th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select, then you believe it. Or, breaking news, the Miami Dolphins just traded up then believe it. Until then, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. Get you jazzed up. I make videos about it. I'm going to make videos about it regardless if you want to hear about it or not. I'm going to make videos about it. It's fun. I love it. But don't get too worked up about it because there's people that hate Tua. Trust me. There's some people that hate the man. I don't understand why. And there's people that love it. And this kind of sucks because it pulls people back and forth. The people that hate it are like, I don't want him here. The people that love him are like, yes, he's coming here. And then all of a sudden he doesn't get drafted. And the people who hate him are like, yes. And the people who love him are like, ah. But then the other way around, he gets drafted. The people who want him are like, woo. And the people who hate him are like, ah. It's fun. To me, it's fun. I'm going to be live for the draft so we can celebrate or be upset all together. We got 3 picks in the first round. Ton of fun with this live stream. But be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think. I love to know what you think. Please comment below. Let me know. Ross selling the team. He's not selling the team. What do you think? Preston Williams being ahead of schedule. What do you think? I don't care. I'm not going to say it. Tom Brady going to Miami. It ain't happening. Fitz coming back and the whole Tua saga. It's literally a saga. It's a saga. Once this draft is over, it'll be interesting to see if he's with the Dolphins or not. And if he's with the Dolphins, then it's another whole saga of everyone complaining that the Dolphins shouldn't have taken. It's going to be fun. I'm enjoying it. But be sure to comment below, and I'm going to get to one of you guys' comment of the day. This comment comes from Cody. And what Cody says to me is, Doug, you yelling at me, man. Frank Gore supposedly said he would love to have a second go-around in Miami. Would you like to see Gore back in a Miami uniform? Personally, would like to bring him back a vet minimum and draft a top prospect because there are a couple that might fall to us. Now, Cody, would I like to have Frank Gore back on the team? Would I like to see Frank Gore run over a few more people? Yeah, of course. Frank Gore still got it. I don't care how old the man is. He's a monster. Is it going to happen? No. A very, very hard, very passionate no. Again, not because I don't want it to happen, just because if it was going to happen, he never would have left last year. Dolphins are going in a different direction. They're not bringing in old vets. They're not going to overpay for vets. And I know you said veterans minimum, but it's not going to happen just because of that scenario. They're not going to, go for the old vets. That's why the other thing that I talked about today that I'm not talking about anymore is not going to happen. So these are the things that you got to think about. Like I said, I'd like it to happen, but then I would like to go for a young guy that could stick around with the Dolphins a little longer. But thank you, Cody, for the comment. Be sure to comment below. I love to pick your guys' comments of the day at the end, so be sure to comment below. Also hit me up on Twitter. Boom! Look at that segue. threw that right in there. As soon as these things break, I was on Twitter a lot the past couple of days. A lot of news was breaking, especially when it came to Stephen Ross on the team and all the Tua stuff. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. Also, as soon as we find out about Zach Thomas, whether he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame or not, I'm going to tweet it out and I'm going to put it in the community section here. So for you guys, I don't know if I'll be able to make a video as soon as it happens. I'll try to make a video as soon as it happens, but I will let you guys know in the community section here and on Twitter. So be sure to keep your eyes out for both. The community section. If you don't know what that is, it looks like this. That's the community section. So essentially, it's like a Twitter for YouTube. You go to my channel, click on community, and I talk to you guys through there, and I don't have to make a video. Not saying I'm not going to, but again, I might be busy tomorrow. It's going to happen like later on in the night tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. So be sure to follow me on Twitter and keep your eyes open with the community section and hit that notification bell so you get the notification if when Zach Thomas goes in the Hall of Fame. Other than that, check out the Bit Boys. Great gaming channel. It's my second channel. Ton of humor. We're going to start doing a podcast there. So if you like podcasts as well, go over, check it out. We're going to start doing podcasts, a bit of everything. So be sure to check that out. I might do a podcast here. I don't know. But other than that, give this video a thumbs up because you like the news. You like me giving you all the news. I'm going to try to do that. Like if there's a lot of news throughout the day and I'm busy, I'm going to try to just give it to you all on Friday. Give you all week's news. Week's news. It's not week news. It's the week's news. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up and also because you like the content. Also check out DolphinsTalk.com. If you want some Dolphin news, that's a great site to check out. I'm a part of it. TD's a part of it. There's Beat Writers Podcast. Go over, check it out. Other than that, hit that subscribe button. I still have the lot of rosters to do a breakdown of free agency, draft, mock draft, live streams, all that stuff. Great content. I'm not only going to be talking about just one specific thing on this channel, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. It might be a late video, but I'm going to try and make a video when Zach Thomas gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. Other than that, like usual, stay classy, my guys. Love y'all. Fins up.